am Mr. Hart. I am the instrumental music teacher at Johansen High School. And of course, welcome to our Roaring 20s event, which is really a great thing. In this room, as you can tell, the feel is definitely that 1920s Art Deco. Even though we couldn't get the theater to move to be a period piece, it is from 1934. So I apologize for those history buffs. We got it a little off. Next time we'll try again. Just a couple things to remember, of course. No flash photography. It is really bad for people around you, and it can be very harmful for the people on stage. Of course, as well, please only move in between pieces. That way, again, we're recording. We have all sorts of video. There's people, obviously, who want to watch the event. As you can tell, it is a nice full house for us. So please make sure to be respectful for that. And of course, please make sure all electronics are off or silent. Respect the audience around you. Don't talk during the performance. It is just kind of one of those things we like to not sit still and move around. Relax, enjoy the show, talk in between pieces, spend time talking to each other during intermission while you're bidding on items in the lobby. And of course, something I know most of you are already doing, enjoy. Applaud for solos during the jazz band, applaud in between pieces. Enjoy the great time as we reminisce about the 20s, and maybe we'll learn a few things as well. One of the things to remember is we are also live streaming tonight on thecube.com. The beauty of this is with the Cube, you can go back and watch it at any time. So if you were really wondering, should I really sit and record this all on my phone? No, we're recording it for you. So you can go on the Cube, you can make little clips, you can share it, you can post it all over social media. It's great, it's free, and it's a wonderful tool for us to use. And it's a wonderful resource for those who either missed the event or if someone lives too far away. So, a great source for us to have. Of course, some of the other stuff for us is to make sure you keep in touch. We have lots of events coming up still. As this may be towards the end of the year, but for the kids on stage, it's not even close. As even just next week, we are going down to LA to perform with CSU Northridge as well as 2 area LA high schools, which will be a lot of fun. And of course, these kinds of events don't happen without our sponsors. And I want to make sure we take the time, as they are also listed in your program, to please help them out as they help us out. One of the big ones, of course, for tonight is Modesto City Schools and Johansen High School, who paid for us to use this facility here tonight. So big thanks to Mr. Shar, our principal, and our co-director. But of course, without further ado, please welcome the Viking Singers, and please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Now our first piece for you tonight is a little bit of Casey at the Bat meets Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And this, of course, is going to feature narrating Casey at the Bat for us, Mayor Jerry Marsh.
The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville up 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but 1 inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair, and the rest clung to the hope that springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, we'd put even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, and to the wonderment of all, and Blake, with much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and the men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley and echoed on the dell. It knocked upon the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing at the bat. Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And then, responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. And no stranger in the crowd would doubt that Casey was at bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands in the dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, a defiant gleam in Casey's eyes, a sneer in Casey's lip. And now that leather-covered spear came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching in a haunting grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire, shouted someone on the stand. And it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spear-eyed flew. But Casey just ignored it, and the umpire said, strike two. Fraud! Cried the maddening thousands, and answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. They knew that Casey wouldn't let the ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds the cruel violence, his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds a ball, and now he lets it go. And the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.